kind of a crazy guy. But we get to see more of him right away because we get returned to the inside the mind of Sav for Sav versus Trace. Losers quarters.
Yeah, it's brain picking time.
So going in, what were you expecting to happen? What was going through the mind?
Well, Trace had been streaming his matches throughout, so when I wasn't playing, I'd been taking a look, and I was terrified of this crazy forward air needle forwarding Rano. So I thought, okay, I'm going to have to slow down the pace here a little bit, try to get him to overextend. That was my initial thought coming into this game.
Let's see if that study was gonna pan out. Going to one of my favorite starters of Merchant Port, starting off the set here. Dust, it was like to pick between 4 clips. You could just have like one tweet with like 4 subtweets if you want, Dust, for every single like runoff fair spike if you want. That's completely valid too. But yeah, we'll start off with game 1 here. What are you doing there?
I was crouch canceling needles.
Yeah, I
I wanted
suppose.
to be able to run in if he needled me in neutral.
It just
And then I found out that he's not the kind of Rano who throws those needles. So I set
Yeah.
myself off stage after that, which was not the greatest move, but I did get a little bit of information for it.
the sour hit on the down smash. I could have purpled you, but back air will take it instead, relatively early. Where do you find that Dacus? Like, the needles didn't even hit. It was a good short and dash attack from you, I think. I think a lot of warriors should be utilizing the short and dash attack a lot more. Mix up spacing. The up tilt extending that hurt box was absurd.
Yeah, throughout the set, Trace was great at finding these up tilt anti-airs. That one worked out a little bit better for me, fortunately. He catches me with the top of up smash. He's taking 44%.
That purple? Oh, you found the craziest back air out of that forward smash, waiting just for the up B, I suppose. Were you expecting the dive at that point, or were just kind of trying to cover the space?
I was just covering the space there. It worked out.
At that point,
I was able to catch him committing a little bit early on the edge guard, make it back there.
you're feeling yourself a little bit. I see some moonwalks coming out. I saw the little sign tap that you're trying to do something out of.
Oh yeah, sign tap is so good.
The pace was going to your favor a little bit. And instantly from there, you were able to play a lot better, I see. That was a crazy up smash. Because I don't think in any world sign throwing at the enemy was never going to send him in that direction. But I respect the idea.
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure my thought process after I hit the up smash button was, I don't think there's any world in which he gets hit by this. But he did get hit by that one.
Bringing it to last stock, despite the dominance early, changing the pace up a little bit, having the momentum in your favor after that back air, and from that point on, significantly more even. And then the crazy, that purple, that like 60. Sav
after
taking
those first
game
two
1.
thoughts, I was thinking, okay, we made this respectable, and then I thought, let's try to win it. Let's try to win it.
You gotta throw out the craziest like bash, run off dare. Like a quick kill sometimes is all you need. I forgot I was watching part of it. Game 2, opting to switch off of his bread and butter main, not even to like his main secondary, which is Ori, going to Clarin. Interesting.
Yeah, what do you think of this matchup? I know you play a little bit of both characters, Callie.
I think that it's pretty even, but I hate being the Ori in it because Clarence can just kind of swing out. a really defensive Clarion will do really good at kind of stuffing out the approaches from Ori.
Yeah,
Overall,
it's one of those situations. Oh, go for it.
you're saying overall, if Ori gets in, you're dead. Like your Clarion's pretty bad at get off me tools other than like counter, and even then, it's just kind of a struggle. But we'll see how it goes, I suppose. On to game 2.
Yep. And both these games starting out with me putting myself off stage. That's definitely something I'll have to work on.
Yeah, generally, I would say running off stage when your opponent isn't already also off stage is probably not recommended. He was ready for another Ori dash attack because every other Ori just dash attacks there, but you opted for kind of dash back down smash.
Yeah, down smash one of those options where if they know how to DI it, it doesn't lead to much, at least not true combo wise, but it covers a lot of options and keeps you in the lead like stage control wise.
And it does a lot of damage if you get all 3 hits.
True that. I was looking for the reverse up air there, but drifted a little too far back.
Charging the up smash, I actually was surprised that you had time to charge it. Like you didn't try and like air dodge or anything, expecting it.
Yeah.
Oh, and the runoff SD, and then he takes the mask off. He says, "All right, we're trying now." Thing that you've been doing much better on is, as well as like a lot of the people from Alberta, not just up being at the ledge, you did wall jump instant back air to kind of get onto stage, which is definitely going to help you out in this matchup because up B is just going to kill you.
Yo, that was actually such a sick side B, wow. Catching me over committing on the forward air.
That was almost a crazy like wave dash back. It was like a half distance wave dash. Not quite getting anything off of it, but that back air was not expected, I don't think. And our very own Sav up 2-0 against Trace.
Yeah, Ori one of those characters where the raw kill power isn't super strong outside of a couple of specific moves, but the potential for cross-up DI mix-up is really, really high.
Going back to what we were talking about earlier, I'm sensing an pattern between some of the light characters with certain mix-ups from moves, like Raster and whatnot. Mixing up certain moves to just get that wrong DI a lot of the time, which you can kind of mix up a lot.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
Going back to Rano, which is the right call.
Yeah, I was surprised to see him switch off immediately after that game 1, because there was that 3-star comeback, but he was dominating in the early game.
He was having the issues of his house being absolutely freezing, I suppose, because his hands were like ice cubes, unfortunately for him.
That's true. Yeah.
So
really
maybe
sucked.
Clarion was probably easier on the hands per se.
That makes sense.
But we'll see if things warm up for game 3.
I see it, Callie.
This is a really good stage pick, I think, for Rano. The platforms can do a lot. Getting those like sour hit back airs into Dacus is really easy to do off them, and the low ceilings, or he's gonna die absurdly early.
Definitely.
That was the craziest bash in the world. When was that going to hit? I wish it hit.
If he DI'd out.
He's at 100. Are you catching with the run up smash again? I don't think he's gonna DI out up air at 100% though. I must say. Runoff fair. You've been teching the runoff fairs pretty consistently, which has been the big difference between, I would say, you and like Pai's set. is that you're living longer because of not just dying to those quick, crazy stocks. That was a
Yeah.
really good bubble sequence, and no tech for you there because you're too far from the wall and at too high percent.
That was the trace we know and love, absolutely popping off.
Yeah, definitely an even game still, but more of Trace kind of playing how he wants to play coming out.
Yeah, he's definitely found his footing.
He's even like taking a moment and not just running in. He's thinking.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful thing about his style. Is that, like, we call him a hold forward Rano, but he's a very smart hold forward Rano. Because the key to holding forward is to sometimes not hold forward.
That's a crazy deck, is knowing that you were going to go to that platform there. And that
Yeah,
trading
yeah,
with the
we,
back
uh,
air.
Yeah, Trace is also really good in these like Ori recovery situations, zoning with that nair, just because of how floaty he can space it. Just controlling space for a long time with a single move.
Yeah, using your slow air speed to an advantage at that point, because you're just kind of in the air significantly longer.
Exactly.
As I would say, next good hit is like death, I would assume. Really good grabbing the sign orb to recover.
Well, there's that anti-air up tilt. Thankfully, I was at too high a percentage, but yeah, he sneaks in that Dacus.
Such a quick Dacus too, like it just came out of nowhere. There's no like dash forward beforehand. It's just you are now here.
Yep, Rano's the teleports beneath you character.
Teleports beneath you. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. That's definitely part of what he does. But now with the counter pick in your favor, Sav, bringing it back to a pretty safe stage for both of you to kind of regain the momentum going to Jules Vale.
Yeah, I love Jules Vale. It's a fantastic stage.
Yeah, I think after losing like the game 3 where it kind of he has the chance to kind of have the momentum in his favor, riding it back, going to a pretty safe stage and just kind of taking it easy rather than stressing about it is definitely the right call.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not the right call, though.
No, that was unfortunate. And here my controller stopped working. So Trace realized that and gave me time to reset because he's super cool.
I was about to say, like, what's this secret Ori tech of just holding down?
So now we're back and no more controller issues for the rest of the set.
Fantastic. I just expect a dash attack every time you do down smash. Every Ori is tech chase down dash attacks.
Yeah, that came from SRES, back when I played Shovel Knight, and he would just down smash me for days. And one day I woke up and I thought, you know, I want to do that. So I did.
I think we all wake up one day and hope that we play as good as SRES. Because he's kind of stupid good.
He really is.
But the flashes of SRES type technology being quite useful for bringing Sav to another even game and still with the lead overall. This is the first time you've been using the sign burst all set, so that's been interesting.
Yeah, I feel like sign taps are so valuable that I don't want it to be charging all the time. But definitely in some situations, it's good to control that much more space.
Oh, it was almost. If it, I would have covered rollout and tech in place. That was a good orb there. But good reaction to know to roll in. But sometimes when you're forced to roll in, then you can just get hit by more. And in a precarious situation, I'm surprised there wasn't. I was like, there's the F smash. I'm like, Team F smash was just gonna take it there, I think. But up smash will end the set for 3-1 for Sav. An excellent win for him.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good feeling win. Trace is really good.
Hi, Onyx.